Hello there, my Sagittarius gang. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald, bringing you your monthly Tarotscope for November 2021. As always, before we get started, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube, please don't hesitate to hit that red button below and the bell so that you're in the know of all the new amazing content as it is released. As I step into your energy, of course, here, Sag, what I really feel is that you've been through so much growth, okay? You've really been through it. Like, you've had a lot of lessons, lately, and you are tired. You're exhausted, like, stick a fork in me, I am done. And so you are really coming to the ending of a cycle. Now, I hear with this, it's a country song by Montgomery Gentry, I believe, Speed, where it's like, how fast will it go? Can it get me over her quickly? So I feel as though you're coming in with this notion that this speed is glamorous, right? Not necessarily getting over a relationship. Maybe you could be getting over a relationship, because I'm going to step into the energy and talk about that in a minute. But I feel with this is that there is the notion that, like, it's like you're speeding through your life and you just want to get through all of these lessons, all of these things you want to tackle, one goal and then the next, and just keep going for it. Like, there's this glamorous aspect to this speed, like speeding through your life, right? And overcoming things and getting from one thing to the next so quickly. And so that's what I feel, is that this is that speed. Like, you're like, yes, ready, go, right? Like, really getting through your life in terms of all of those things. So with this, though, I feel as though it's not necessarily taking in all of the things that you need to take in along the way if you're speeding through your life, through your goals, through your lessons, through these situations, through these circumstances, right? And so that's just something to be mindful of as you navigate all of this. So stepping into the first week here, the 1st through the 6th, we have the 8 of Cups. Walking away from a situation that doesn't serve you, looking for your next or your last 2 cups to complete the set, to get the full 10 of Cups, and it's full, right? Like, 100% glory is, I love this card so much because you are looking for the sunshine. The moon is going away, the sun is coming out, like the sun will come out tomorrow. That's the notion that I get with this card, and I absolutely love this card. This is my favorite card of the whole deck. So this comes out 1st through the 6th for you, and it comes out with the 10 of Pentacles, right? And it's so funny because the last card of the whole month is that 10 of Cups for you. So I love this so much. It's going to come full circle. But I really feel as though with this 8 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles coming out, I really feel as though it's a need for you to maybe take a step back, look at things in the reverse here. I do feel like you are looking back on things, maybe wishing that you had done things differently, hoping that you get another chance where you can do things differently. And I do feel as though there is a need for you to understand that you can't be shy within a relationship dynamic to communicate your needs, what you need in the relationship, okay? So I do feel as though you're seeing like an error of your ways. You understand where you can't meet this person's needs, and you understand that you need to be able to communicate what you need in a relationship with this person or with another person in a relationship in order to make it be successful, okay? And that's really what I'm feeling this 8 of Cups is, right? And that's 10 of Pentacles, knowing your worth and not settling, right? And that's that 8 of Cups, going for your full 10 of Cups, going for what it is you know you want, and not settling, right? And so what I feel with this too, as we step into the 7th through the 13th, because it kind of continues into the next week here, we have the 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Coin, accompanied with the Tower card. Now that looks a little sad, right? It looks a little scary because things are falling apart. You're jumping from a burning building, and things are collapsing before you, but your foundation is always going to be intact, right? So we really feel with this is that you are like going round for round with this person, where you're like taking punches from this person, right? I really feel like it's like tit for tat, or like you are rehashing old wounds with this person, where you're looking at things that happened in the past and you're talking about it, and like tearing the scab off of that wound, so to speak. And so it's like opening that wound back up, and things are like fresh for you again and for this person, right? And I feel like this could lead to a situation where one or the other party is exaggerating. It's where they're kind of fabricating the details surrounding circumstances, or maybe there's a complete like blatant white lie where it's kind of like distorting the situation a little bit in terms of what really happened, the details surrounding the situation, in order to make one party look bad or to make themselves look better. And so this is something that's happening, and I feel as though it's regarding basically how you're perceived. You're worried about how you're perceived by others or by this person. But it's important for you to understand that what needs to happen here is that give and take within this, right? You win some, you lose some. And there's a need here to be generous and to be kind to one another. And so with this, it's be giving in how you handle this matter. Okay, that's really what I feel with this, being giving in that. So whether you are living with the person and you both are moving out of an apartment together, are you compromising enough? Are you allowing this person to have some of these belongings that this person wants? You know, something to that effect. Making sure that this person feels validated, you know, that kind of thing throughout this whole process, right? Leave no room for doubt going forward, right? Don't allow this person to have doubts about what transpired, why, who did what, who said what, why, right? Like, make sure that you get things all out on the table and that there is no distortion, right? That you are really leaving the facts out. All right? Set all the facts out on the table. Make sure you say what you need to say. And you also, even if this person says some white lies, understand that you know what's true and you know what's right. And even if it's just internally, it's okay, right? So I do feel like you're going to get some brownie points with Spirit if you're being giving throughout this whole process, in terms of allowing this person to feel validated and talking more about the good that happened, right? Instead of rehashing those old wounds, rehash some old good times, right? So really scoring some brownie points with Spirit there, because I think that this person's soul really needs that. Like, this person's soul is tired, and like this person needs that win. So I think that you will be favored going forward if you are allowing this to happen in this process. Okay? Then the 14th through the 20th, we have the Four of Wands. And then we have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Knight of Swords. So, beautiful week. I feel like this is like a resounding yes is what I get with that Four of Wands, right? This is like happy home life celebration, right? A resounding yes coming in. And this is like lots of passion, creativity, a divine intervention, right? And then this Knight of Swords comes in fast, okay? So I feel as though like this is going to be an unmistakable opportunity, or an unmistakable presentation in terms of a relationship coming in. I feel like new love, new opportunities, man, they're going to be coming in hot, okay? So this is going to be something that it's going to be undeniable. You're going to know this is your path. You're going to just feel it down to your core, like this is it. This is my chance. This is my moment. This is where I'm supposed to be going. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is who I'm supposed to be with. You're going to know all of these things. And so as you move forward, it's important here, I feel, to understand that even though this comes in with a lot of speed, right, this Knight of Swords, that you make the pace, you set the pace, right? Okay, so there's like a gradient with this, Spirit is saying. And I feel like it's almost like you put in, like when you're rock climbing, you have like the notches and you take one step at a time. Or if you're going up a hill, I feel like you can kind of find your footing on the ledges a little bit here and there as you go up the hill. So you're almost like creating steps to go up one step at a time, like increments at a time. I feel there's something with that gradient to remember here as you set that pace, that you're not going to go 0 to 100. Especially, like, talk about that Montgomery Gentry song one more time where it says 0 to 60, right? We're not going to go 0 to 60. All right, so if you're talking about something that you want to create for yourself in terms of a lasting relationship or a lasting financial opportunity for yourself, you have to be committed to that. All right, this isn't going to, when you go 0 to 60, this isn't going to be something that stays around, right? When an opportunity comes in fast and you go fast with it, in terms of a love situation, sometimes you go hard and fast and then like the passion dies down or like the excitement dies down, right? You don't want that to happen. So you want to slowly go with it. You want to slowly step up your game, step up your pace, step up your commitment, right? And so with that, you want lasting results, you got to have a lasting commitment, all right? So with that, as you do that, I think that there's just an air with this to prove to yourself, it's a commitment to yourself too, to continually choose yourself, to choose this person over and over, to choose to be committed in your actions, consistent in your actions, consistent in your words, consistent in how you're showing up, right? And so I think that that's what's going to create the lasting results that you're hoping for. And I think that it's important to be mindful of that even though this comes in really fast, and that's a really great thing, I think that that's something that you're wanting, it's okay to take a step back. It's okay to set the pace at a slower pace because you want something that is lasting. Okay? So moving into the 28th through, the 21st through the 27th. I'm trying to like rush through the month. We have the 5 of Pentacles with the 4 of Swords. And then we have that Page of Swords to round out the 27th with. Now with this, I really feel as though there's a lot of desire here. A lot of desire, but I feel as though you might be feeling a little bit left out in the cold, okay? I feel as though there's a notion here that you're weathering a storm together with someone, or weathering a storm through a circumstance, okay? And I feel like you constantly feel like you're weathering a storm, okay? But I think it's important here too with this 5 of Pentacles to understand that you have to decide, is this worthy of my time? Is this worthy of my adoration, right? This is what I'm feeling with that, okay? I do feel like sometimes you are quick to come to conclusions, right, with that Page of Swords and stuff. I feel like taking some time out, really thinking about those things, okay? I think it's important that you remain affable in terms of like being easy to talk to. Instead of drawing your own conclusions, be open, remain open. I do think that with that Page of Swords, the guard is up a little bit. And I think that that's okay to have your guard up a little bit because you don't want to get hurt, right? At some point that guard has to come down. If you want to have a true connection with somebody, see, this is turning out to be a love reading more than a general reading, so I apologize, but this is what's coming through. So there's a need for you to think before you speak with that guard, okay? Be patient with yourself, be patient with other people. Instead of drawing your own conclusions and then like, I feel like a snake like draws forward and like bites, right? When you draw your own conclusions and then you like stew on it a little bit and you're like, argh, right? Don't do that. Allow yourself to be open, remain open. And when we're talking about being open, if there is something that's on your mind that's bothering you, taking that to somebody and talking to them about that, saying this is how I'm feeling, this is why I'm feeling, this is why I came to this, or this is the evidence that I see that is showing me this, right? And coming to a solution together, right? So I think that that's really important as you move through the week of the 27th. The 28th through the 30th, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the 10 of Cups. And these are really beautiful cards in and of themselves, but especially coming out together. So what I really feel with this at the end of the month here for you, Sag, is it's really important to make sure that you're not allowing yourself to get caught up in your head about things, okay? Like making sure that you're very clear on what is your desire, what you're going for, and then what is the reality of that, okay? Don't, when you draw those conclusions, don't get into a space where you're just drawing impressions and then having certain beliefs that you're holding on to about a situation. Don't get caught up in all of that, right? See it for what it is. Understand that things change so quickly, especially nowadays. I feel like the timelines are shifting so quickly that if something isn't presenting in a situation the way that you hoped, it can change and it can grow very quickly for you if you're allowing it to. But if you start to get into your head about it and you're starting to project all these expectations and hopes onto it, like, you get feeling stuck. And then that's when it becomes stuck, right? Because we get what we focus on. And so I think it's really important that we remain clear on what we're asking for. We remain clear on our desires. We remain clear on what's showing up for us in terms of what is the reality of the situation. There's a need to stay grounded through it all, especially, right? The Pentacles showing up, there's a need to stay grounded. And when I talk about being grounded, it's about getting out in nature. You might actually have to get out there and be in nature, be at one with nature. Sitting outside under the moonlight, going for a walk in the woods, being by water was really going to help you to connect with the ability to go with the flow and to just allow things to unfold as they should. Surrendering to spirit and knowing that things will happen for your highest and best as you are aligned for what is for your highest and best, okay? So, I feel like through this whole thing, you're going to be really cultivating a lot of stability, because that's what this card represents. You're going to be cultivating a lot of stability out of just general awareness of what is. So being present through it all, right? And that's where you're going to get your fulfillment. It's going to help you feel more fulfilled in this relationship, in this circumstance, in your general life, right? So, and that's where this happiness is. And that's where some growth comes in too. You'll be more connected to your intuition, right? We're not going to be projecting into the future. We're not going to be thinking about the past. We're just going to be present. Beautiful read here for you, Sag. Overall advice, we have the Ace of Cups. And so with this, I feel like you steer your ship, you guide your ship, right? Our ship, our body, our temple. Okay? And I feel right now you're steering your ship more into the harbor, taking a time out, right? Keeping yourself safe from the world right now, right? Your guard is up, and that's okay. You are having restraint of heart right now, and you're being patient with yourself. You're going inward right now, and that's okay. You're taking the time that you need, so you're no longer rushing from one thing to the next, allowing yourself to focus and be present. So you're not rushing through things. It's not about the end game. It's about your everyday, moment to moment. What's happening? Why is it happening? Finding joy in that, finding flow in that, and finding fulfillment in that. So beautiful read here for you, Sagittarius, and I do so hope that this resonates for you. As always, not all general readings can resonate for everybody, but take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up at the square site in the description box below here on YouTube, or if you're catching me on Facebook, pinned at the top of my Facebook page on Enchanted Emerald, or in the messenger, or at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.